All right, we are broadcasting. I am so excited. So this is the first coffee and conversation panel that we are having hosted by Kacee Fitness. We are here to talk about health. We brought on a bunch of experts here. I'm going to give them all a chance to introduce themselves and chat, but I do want to start with some ground rules for our panelists and our attendees. So attendees, you will be able to, there is a button at the bottom that says Q&A. You'll be able to drop any questions that you have for any of the panelists or in general in that, and we will answer them live. If you're watching the replay, we are still answering all of them and talking about different things. Other than that, this is a place for respectful disagreement and collaboration. So everyone has their own ideologies and facets and ways that they interact with people and with their clients. And so this is a place to share that and be as respectful as possible, which is absolutely always possible in that view. So we are respectful. We're going to be comparing a lot of things. We're going to be contrasting a lot of things, but each is open and moves us forward in our life. So Vivyen, I want to start with you. Just give us a general introduction to who you are, who you serve. And I have to love on you on camera now that you have been the master of adapting workouts. Yes, it's been amazing. So please introduce yourself, share what you have for us.
Thank you for all the love in the introduction. My name is Vivyen. I'm the owner of Vivifit. I'm an online fitness and nutrition coach, and I serve dieters who are trying to build up their metabolism, get out of that yo-yo dieting phase, and just have a healthier relationship with food in their body. So I'm also a powerlifter, so I'm excited to talk about how this affects people who have to have gym equipment.
Absolutely. All right, I'm going to go right along. Shing, what do you have for us?
Hey everyone, I'm Shing. I'm an owner of Body Balance Lifestyle. So I help generally busy corporate women and lady bosses out there to live a balancing lifestyle, love their body, get stronger, and feel confident in mostly home workout in less than 45 minutes a day because in their busy schedule. So time, it's always the excuses. So I try to find time for them in very fun and effective workouts.
Awesome. Grace, share with us.
Hi, I'm Grace Esther, and I own the Food Fitness and Rhythm Academy. And my heart is to really help women who have been in so many different diets, tried lots of different things, to really be educated and empowered to be able to take ownership of their body through learning how to count macros and go into intuitive eating and how to work out for their lifestyle. So yeah, I'm super excited for this, for collaboration, and just chatting about how we can be healthy together.
Absolutely. And that is what we're all here for, is to share that. All right, Kayla, share with us and share your business partner that is sharing the screen with you.
Yes, Cap never misses a business call. So I'm Kayla. I'm the owner and blogger over at The Fit Writer. And also I have my own signature program called Healthy Mind, Healthy Body, where not only do I focus on fitness and nutrition, but also mindset, because I'm all about the holistic health concept. Obviously, it's great to be physically healthy, but also being mentally healthy is super important as well. And that's really come into play with me and my clients the last week or so. So yeah, definitely happy to be on this panel and talking all about health, fitness, and mental health. It's great. This is Chaff. He's my business partner. He really just runs the Fit Writer. I'm just the person that does everything because I have thumbs. But he does not miss a single business call, whether it's I'm on a panel or it's a coaching call with my business coach, or it's a client call. My clients are very familiar with Chaff. So He runs this business. I'm just his slave.
That sounds about right. I think we all have one of those. And if we don't, we know somebody who does.
Yep.
Absolutely. So thank you so much, ladies, for all the introductions, sharing love. So I want to start this by saying nothing that is said is an excuse for medical doctors. It's not legal advice. That we are here to share our expertise, partially our opinions of sharing what's going on in the world, how we are adapting, health, all of that. So yeah, I want to start by saying everyone in this panel is almost in a different state. Vivyen and Grace, you're both in California. but Shing is in New York and Kayla is in Florida. So there's
terrible.
Oh, I'm sure, and we're going to get to that, that it's very, this is radically changing situation in our world. And each of our states has taken a different approach to it. And each state is at a different pace or timeline of what has been enacted. So I'm going to start with Shing because I know New York is insane right now. Give us just a quick update of what you're experiencing.
So it's funny with the date that they shut down everything. It was my birthday.
Oh.
And I was actually not in New York City. I was in Arizona, and Vegas was like traveling. I'm kind of grateful for that I can still go out and have dinner.
Yeah.
When I came back, everything was shut down, and I have no groceries, no cleaning supplies, and I didn't bother going to Whole Foods because nothing is there. So I kind of have to bike to Chinatown where there's still groceries and stuff. But people have been, price gouging their cleaning supplies. And I still have no cleaning supplies right now. I have a general one, but not like the Clorox wipe or whatever the wipes that I can have. So, and it's just, it just makes me feel so different right now that New York City used to be so busy. And now there's no one on the street, not taking the subway. I have to city bike everywhere. And everybody is paranoid about it. And because Manhattan, we take the subway all the time. People usually don't have cars. So it get affected so easily where it just started from like 1 or 2 cases in March 1 or 2. And it just blooms to like, I don't know, couple 400 or 500 cases in Manhattan. And I live in like city center of Manhattan. So I'm trying to be positive, but the anxiety is like there. Like you don't know like who has the virus and some people are healthy, maybe you don't show symptoms. And I heard my friend got the virus. It kind of like scares me, but at the same time you kind of do what you can do to stay healthy and try to be just positive, because there's really nothing you can do to just panic. You can control. So we just got to see what we can do to be happy and utilize this time at home.
Absolutely. And I know you're utilizing it.
For sure. More optimistic. I love going outdoors. The first or 2 days, I'm like, I think I'm sick from staying home. Like, I'm psychologically sick right now.
Oh, goodness. Yes. We're all sending you love being inside. Absolutely. So I'm going to go to California. So we have Vivyen and we have Grace. Remind me what cities you ladies are in.
I'm in San Diego.
I'm in Visalia. That's near Fresno, like the center.
Okay. So I'm sure each of you, we have North and South then. So let's start with South, since I know that San Diego has been hit a little bit. Vivyen, give us an update of how South California is handling this.
We're officially in a lockdown. So all gyms are closed. Only essential businesses are open. So that's like grocery stores and I think banks. And like medical facilities. But like I had a doctor's appointment and they canceled with me just for safety.
Oh.
So certain medical facilities I've noticed it will stay open, will not. And it's just, I guess like a lot of people, again, like with just making sure they have supplies and they're caring for themselves. I can see that's going on. But
and you have shown incredible human kindness. I know this because we spoke yesterday about your human kindness and sharing resources that others don't have.
Yeah, so it's a funny time for like giving and seeing what people are when they don't have like work or all their luxuries. But a plus is that I was running in the neighborhood yesterday and I was like staying 6 feet away from people, but there were a lot of families. So I was like, oh, that's cool that we can slow down and take the time to spend with each other.
Absolutely. And that's a huge thing. I think we're touching on that on a next week panel of being home with kids and what this means. But yeah, let's jump to North California. How we doing, Grace?
Yeah, so I'm not like Bay Area, I'm like Central. So I think Bay Area and Southern California have the most cases. We have 11 cases in Tulare County, which is where I'm at. And so I think the part for all of us, it's just been happening so fast. Because like last Friday, I'm in the school system. School was canceled on Friday going forward. And then it was just like each day there was like a new thing. So now we're in sheltered inside. And I think the whole state of California is under that. So we can go like get groceries and things, but they recommend that we stay inside and not do any non-essential activities. So yes, it's just been really interesting just in terms of, I think, the pace at which we've had to or gotten to transition into the new lifestyle. But the thing that I have been enjoying is, the slower pace and just like everyone being at that kind of like slower pace too. So yeah, but we're, we can't, at the beginning of the week, you could meet in groups of 10, but people are just recommending like, don't even do that. Like with your like 6 feet apart. But now it's at the point of just doing things like this where we're using technology. So yeah, super interesting times. And then hearing even to like, one of my second cousins is on a ventilator right now. It's just crazy because it's like people, I think all of us, like people we know have it, and it's just making it more real because it's just moving so fast. Because at first it was like overseas and then now it's here. So
absolutely. And reminding that this has been a week. It's been a week since it really hit the United States. It was 9 days ago that the WHO declared this a pandemic. So it's becoming more and more important for each of us to do our part in this. Yeah. So let me jump over to Florida because I have craziness questions of what is happening in Florida.
I do too. Like I just got back here on Tuesday from Arizona. So Florida, they're not even like, I'm looking on the CDC every day just to get an update on counts, and the CDC counts for Florida is totally different than like actual Florida counts. So as of today, Florida has more than 650 cases. And most of that is in South Florida, which is where I live. The two counties that people are like really concerned with are Miami-Dade, for obvious reasons. Like Miami is just like a huge city, and we have an international airport, and all that. And I live in Miami-Dade. And then the worst county from what I've been hearing is Broward, which is like kind of north of Miami-Dade, like they're neighboring counties basically. Things have gone from like 0 to like 100 here in Florida super fast. That's the whole reason. So I was gone in Arizona on a TDY for the military because I'm a reservist, and I ended up having to come home early because we weren't sure if I was going to get a flight home by the time that the TDY was over. So we ultimately decided to bring me home early, and I'm so glad that we did because it was really hard to get a flight to Miami from Phoenix. And now I don't think we're not really under like a mandatory type lockdown, but they've closed all of like the non-essential businesses. So I'm also a coach with Orange Theory. They closed down my studio.
That just opened.
Yeah, literally just. I haven't even taught a class yet because like it opened and then I left for my TDY, and then I came home early and was like, yay, like, I'm gonna like quarantine myself for a little bit just to make sure, because the base that I came from that I was TDY to now has confirmed cases. So I was like, I'm just gonna like be really cautious because I literally could not live with myself if I got like a staff member or something, like if I was a carrier. So I was like, I'm just gonna quarantine myself. And they're like, oh yeah, okay, no worries, no problem. And then like 2 days later, they're like, hey, we're closed. I'm like, dang it. Like, so right now, the only thing that's like really open is like grocery stores. I think gas stations are open. And then like, obviously, if you have a medical appointment that you have to go to, even though I have heard from other people that I'm friends with here that a lot of doctors' offices are canceling medical appointments just to be on the more like safe side. So yeah, things are weird here. Like
and people are still going to the beach from what I've seen.
Those are spring breakers that are not from here. I saw this I follow this page on Facebook called Florida Memes, and they actually posted about that, and they were like, everyone's all like, you know, getting all up in arms about Florida and like how packed the beaches are still. And it's like, those aren't it's not us. Like we're staying clear from the beach. Like during the spring break season, you will not find any Floridian going near a beach.
Oh, absolutely. I believe it.
Yeah, there's like some really like shady, sketchy stuff happens during spring break season. So we just avoid the beaches. But now they're starting to actually close down beaches and put like lockdowns in place in those areas. So I have seen like a few, I don't remember which beaches specifically, but they are starting to shut down beaches, and it's super concerning because like a couple nights ago I was watching the news and they were interviewing like beachgoers, and a lot of them were like obviously young, like college students, and they're like, no, I'm not worried about coronavirus, like that's an old people thing. And I was like, oh, yes. Okay. Like, so it's a little, people are just kind of losing their minds. Like, yeah, people, South Florida is definitely kind of a different world right now. We can't find like anything that we need. So my husband went shopping at our grocery store before I came home, like right before, and he was able to find some produce, some very strange produce, but still found some things. Mm-hmm. And then he went yesterday because for whatever reason he decided he wanted to make homemade pizza for dinner, and I was like, all right, good luck with that. Like, and so he went to the grocery store and he was like, yeah, produce is completely cleared out, because I was gonna go and like restock on fruits and veggies and I can't find a single thing. I was like,
yeah. And there's been a level of human kindness on that too. I know my family at least has, my family's all here in Phoenix. So we have been, every time somebody wants to brave the grocery store, they text all of us and say, what do you need? Mm-hmm. So it's been like, we were able to find bread. So we got bread for everyone. My mom was able to find eggs. She got eggs for everyone. And it's a very genuine level of human kindness that's happening right now. And I think that's where our focus needs to be in reaction to this crisis.
Amen. We have like, at least for us, we have a group of military spouses, because like obviously with us being like a military community, we don't really have a lot of family here. Well, I don't have any family here, like, or me and my husband don't. And so we'll like, people will hop on to this spouse group that we have on Facebook and be like, hey, I'm running low on like diapers or something. Mm-hmm. And all these spouses are like, where do you live? I have some, I'll drop some off to you. And I'm just like, oh, warm and fuzzies. Like, it just makes me feel warm and fuzzy on the inside.
Yes. So now that we've gotten all the updates of the states that we're in, and to give a quick update in Arizona, we are in suggested quarantine and not. So we have less than 100 cases in the state. So we are taking caution. So right now there's the side of people that are taking this very seriously, like my fiance and myself. We have been self-quarantining for essentially a week now. And there are the people that are not. So it's very concerning, both sides. If you're following my wedding, our venue has closed down now. So we are deciding that together. But it is a very, very interesting time watching states that all of you are in and how they are reacting and how Arizona is preparing. So it's very interesting. So with updates, I do want to shift it to that more positive side of what we can do, how we can combat this in terms of our personal and our interpersonal. So go ahead and unmute yourself as you would like to talk. I want to start with social distancing. We all know that social distancing is the number one tool that we have right now in terms of slowing the spread of this virus. And what I want to focus on is not the social distancing itself, but to quote Brene Brown, social distancing does not mean social disconnection. So whoever wants to hop on and speak on how we can better connect right now, whether that be internet or however we are connecting, please share and what that is affecting. I know we're going to talk on mental health a little bit. If somebody wants to bring it in now, please do.
I can start. So with the social distancing, first of all, I feel like there's always an opportunity in everything, like every situation. And so kind
Oh no. It seems like all my panelists are frozen, which means I am probably frozen. Was I the only one that dropped out?
Yeah.
Oh, fantastic. Okay.
Yeah, I was just great. Grace just finished talking about like her being intentionally connecting with people. So I was just talking about me. I think I took care of myself more. I cook more, I sleep more, and I get a lot more things done in this situation because I don't have to travel to work. I mean, I have a full-time job, so and working at home, I think it's great for me. I always have the capability to work from home, but now because it's mandatory, right? So I actually feel that I get more things done because I didn't prioritize my sleep in the past. Like, a lot of times I was like, I need to sleep early, get up early, but I don't know. It's like the people telling you you have to do that thing, but I feel that like you don't have to follow everybody's rules, right? So I feel that I create my own schedule better right now and I sleep better. I had like 8 hours sleep, but I still get the same amount of things done in the past. So I feel that I take care of myself more and I eat better instead of like going outside and just grab and go. So that's an opportunity for me. And obviously, Grace talk about connecting with people. I get to actually connect with a lot more people now. Like because you're at home, you want to connect with people. You actually text a friend. I work out with my friend together on a screen together. It's just a lot. I know I see my friends all the time work out together, but now it's like a different way. Like we try to support each other as much as we can.
I heard something in there that I want to touch on because you talked about prioritizing yourself and the personal time that you have. You're spending more time cooking, you're spending more time sleeping, those care things that too often when things are in normal capacity, we say we don't have time for.
Yeah, and we always, and funny thing is because I teach fitness class at my work, I have more people on my online classes because they always have like pick up the kids. They have to, I understand busy mom, kids come first. I'm not a mom. I don't really understand that. But like nowadays they have like more time. People want to move more. So I just find it just kind of shocked to me that, oh, I actually have more people wanting to like work out because they're at home versus like because they just like, I know I gotta move, but a lot of times they just have different excuses. Like, I have to pick up my kids, I have other things to do. But now it's like you kind of at home, like you have to cook, you eat better now. It's not an excuse for you to kind of eat junk food. And I find myself actually I read more, and it's just an opportunity for me. And I talk to my parents more, I guess, because in a different time zone, they're in Asia, so I get to talk to them more because I'm constantly at home. I reduce the time of traveling, so I guess that's an opportunity for me to connect more. I know we can't take away from face to face, but a situation like that, I think it's great. People help each other to connect.
Yeah. And let's touch on that building in that priority of personal, that how can we take this time to reorganize that so when things do go back to normal, because they will, the world will spin on, we will move on past this, that how do we take those personal aspects, that personal prioritization, and take it into when things become normal?
I feel like people in this situation, people need to realize like if you're at home right now, what makes you feel better. Like we need to, you never, what's your priority? Like you never had like the time to say, let's say you need to pick up your kids, you can't say that I'm not picking up my kids because that might be your priority, right? So if you find yourself like things gets back to normal, you want in this situation right now, you find yourself living healthier, you got to make that priority when things get back to normal. Like if that's your priority, you will not have an excuse saying that I don't have time to do that. I feel that in a lot of like taking care of self-care, it's also a health thing, right? So I think a lot of people had to take care of themselves first, because I noticed a lot of like people, I feel like a lot of basically a lot of busy women out there that they take care of other people first before taking care of themselves. And that kind of makes it feel that like, and you just have a lot of excuses that you don't have time for yourself. But we learned that before you taking care of other people, you actually have to take care of yourself first. So we have to use this situation to like reorganize our structure. I know you don't like, to me, if you don't have an hour to, go work out or get some movement, maybe take like baby step. People just have to notice, because a lot of people want to just jump from 0 to 100. You can go like, I'm guilty of that too sometimes. So I got to like work on it, but you slowly like at 10 minutes, 20 minutes, and slowly just reorganize that thing. And if you notice that you have been eating well because of this, maybe, find a weekend. I know Kacee is a very good at meal prepping. I'm actually learning from you one time. It's like, oh, crock pot. I was like, I love my crock pot now.
Yes.
I keep bragging about my crock pot. So I was like, maybe meal prep in the weekend instead of cooking every day. Like, I don't have to, I love cooking, but to be honest, I'm not standing in the kitchen every day. I don't want to be at the kitchen every day. So I think that's your choice. If you love cooking, that's also your choice. But I feel that people need to make some adjustment. If you find that you're living healthier, right now eating better, you gotta like make some changes in the future.
And I'm the first to say I am not a cook. I hate cooking. I hate spending time in my kitchen, even though it's where all the food is. And that is what fuels the meal prepping. So it's a great time to learn that skill, learn the crock pot. Absolutely. So I want to hop to Vivyen, because you have been adapting your workouts for at home, no matter what the time period is. Talk to us about how you're innovating workouts.
So at first, I was concerned because for powerlifting, you have to have a barbell. And I don't just have hundreds of pounds lying around at home that I can work out with. But just knowing that if you're working out for your overall health, this is a long-term game. So just because we have this short-term inconvenience doesn't mean we should totally quit on our goals, because a year, 5 years, 10 years from now, I'm still going to be exercising and taking care of my health. So just because, even if it takes a few months out of the gym, that doesn't mean, oh, there's no point in exercising. So adaptability is just a huge factor contributing to people's success. So something is always better than nothing. And that's why home workouts, it's still a stimulus for your muscles to stick around and just to stay in that routine of feeling good, exercising. I know some people exclusively exercise just to get those endorphins. So why miss out on it just because you can't go to the gym? You can still get your daily dose of happiness at home.
Yes, I love that. Daily dose of happiness at home. So I want to hop over to Grace, because you are a power lifter as well. Tell us how you are innovating your workouts.
So I do weightlifting. And so I was getting so much anxiety as things were kind of shifting and changing, because I was like, how am I going to keep lifting being like multiple months? And so I went through a couple different thoughts. The first one is very similar to Vivyen. Like, even if we can't train the same way that we've been training, weightlifting is a piece of working out. And so doing it for life, like, it's because we can switch. So I've gotten to do more running in the past, like couple, like this week. And then I do have a barbell, so I've used that. And I'm on a farm currently. This is where I'm living. So there's all kinds of, like, things that I can use, like bales of hay. And so just like switching to more of like a functional fitness thing, which I keep reminding myself, like, Grace, there are so many years that you did not have the gym. Like, people did not have gyms, and they they were healthy. And so just being creative and realizing that it's more of a lifestyle. So that's kind of something that I like keep reminding myself, because I was getting a lot of anxiety, and I was realizing that's, if your whole focus in life is your gym, like that's not a holistic life. And so that was really convicting to me, and like being able to be, okay, like I get to be adaptable, and I get to see the beauty of what I get to learn in this season, because I believe everything happens for you. So I feel like even this, it's like, okay, what am I getting? What opportunities do I have to propel me forward in this season, in lifting through this? Like, is it learning to have better mind muscle connection? Or so just like looking at it in that way. So that's been something that's been really big for me, is like continuing to remind myself of like the gift and the opportunity that I have through this that I wouldn't otherwise have in my lifting. And so that's kind of like the perspective that I've taken. So yeah.
Yeah, taking it into the mental gym.
Yes.
So if you guys have read that book, The Mental Gym, I have it over there. I can't think of the author right now. But it is about training our mindset to see opportunity in adversity. So, and we are certainly in a time of adversity, and we get to decide how we react to that, how we react to that anxiety, how we react to the fear, the things shutting down, and how other people are reacting. And I know Kayla's about to unmute and speak on this, but it's an amazing time to adjust and how we react mentally to then see how can I innovate the gym, and how can I innovate the food, how can I cook more with. It's such a challenge. Like this is the biggest episode of Chopped, I think. That's like, all right, I have peanut butter, a Pop-Tart, and a radish. Like, what can I make? Like, it's been amazing. I get some weird stuff right now, guys, of, okay, this is in my kitchen. Kacee, what can I make? What can I meal prep? Like, it's been the best game of Chopped. But I do want to hop over to Kayla and start our talk on mental health and taking care of that. So take us away, Kayla.
Yeah, so I mean, I agree with everything that everyone has said so far. And like, I started on the workout side, I do have somewhat of a weakened immune system. So I actually stopped going to the gym a few weeks ago. And so I've been working on like at home workouts and running, which I never do. And I have learned that I should probably do more of. And so, I mean, it's all about like, I don't know, adapting obviously, and getting in that workout is more important than not getting it in at all, so to speak. So I like 1000% agree with everybody so far. As far as like mental health is concerned, a lot of it is like obviously just taking care of yourself ultimately. Like that's really my mindset right now, is like I do like a morning routine type of thing. And it's like, what, how am I feeling today first and foremost? And lately it's been like, I'm anxious or, something like that. I've gotten a lot better since I got home, thankfully. But based off of how I'm feeling kind of determines what I'm going to do that day. And so sometimes it's like, I don't know, I'm getting a little stir crazy in here. So how about I go for a walk, or I'll go hang out for an hour in the backyard with my dog and just watch him run around in circles, and it's hilarious. And I get like a good laugh out of it too. Which is like another thing that I've been really striving to do, is like genuinely laughing every day. And I had posted about this, I think yesterday on Instagram. And it's like, I'm not trying to exercise every day because like for me, that's not like, exercise makes me happy, but I also struggle sometimes to exercise when I've got all this other stuff going on. So a lot of it is just being aware of how you're feeling and what you need in that moment. So it could be exercise for some people. Like some days I wake up and I'm like, yeah, like I need to exercise because I'm just getting that itch. Some days I'm like, you know what, I kind of just want to take it easy today. But every single day I'm trying to do something that makes me laugh. And usually for me, that involves animal videos and like laughing at like, stupid things that animals do, or funny things. I mean, and I have 2 animals of my own, so they definitely keep me laughing. But I think that a lot of people underestimate what a true, genuine laugh can do for you. And it just kind of like makes you feel better. So that's like another thing. And it's all about, I guess, just going with it, as hard as that is to say, because a lot of us, like, I know a lot of people on this panel are very much like, we build our business to go a certain way, like, and then all of a sudden a pandemic happens, and now we have to flex essentially and pivot, as it's called. And like it can be really tough. And so a lot of it is just like taking a step back, breathing, like taking a deep breath, like releasing that stress that you might be having. Excuse you, he's very grumpy right now. He's been locked up with the dog, so so yeah, like just taking a deep breath, and then just like realizing like what you need that day and just going with it, like
that adaptability.
Yeah, like
we don't have to worry about what happens next week or next month.
Mhm.
It's all about what's happening today.
yeah.
Our world is changing by the hour.
Literally by the hour. It's just focusing on what you can do right now and just really just going with the flow, because it's happening whether you like it or not. Like most of us don't like it, obviously, but it's just all about just flexing, going with it, and eventually everything will go back to normal. As you said, the world will keep
It'll
spinning.
be a new normal.
Yeah, there will be, everything will go back to not so much the way that it was, but hopefully pretty close to it. And just until then, like do what makes you mentally like happy. Not even like, it doesn't even have to be happy, just content and not in like a bad dark place like a lot of people are right now.
Absolutely. And I want to touch on morning routine that you mentioned, because I know each of us have developed our own morning routines. Every business owner has one. And I am the first to say I have thrown my morning routine out the window. So I have been sleeping in. David and I have enjoyed sleeping in. It's been amazing. We finally actually feel like we are well rested, even though occasionally I'm getting up at 4:00 in the morning to answer Facebook messages. That is just what's happened. But again, it's what we have to do that day. That this morning I got up, I was on several networking calls. Now we're on this panel. That's today. Tomorrow I'm probably sleeping until 8 or 9 o'clock. Does anyone want to unmute and share their either sticking to their morning routine or throwing it out the window?
My morning routine is actually very simple. So I still continue, but I used to get up at 6 in the morning, but now it's like I get up at like whatever. I mean, I got to work at 9, so I got up a little later, sometimes 8, sometimes 7:30, but I kind of not feel guilty about it. Because my body sometimes tells me, you know what, I take this opportunity as resting. And I know all of you ladies out there work out a lot too. I was almost gonna add it what Kayla was saying, that it's actually okay to rest. So I take this, like I do a lot of pole fitness too, and I can't go to my gym because it's closed. And we get a lot of, muscle soreness and injury. I take this time to actually rest my body and do more body weight workout actually, and I stretch more. It feels great. But my morning routine was just meditation and just kind of write out what I'm going to focus on it. And that's it. Like I don't have a complicated morning routine. And that's what keeps my day going. I sort of throw it out there a little bit. I used to just grab breakfast, but a lot of times I have to jump right into work and I grab my breakfast and work together. That kind of against what my morning routine is, but I feel like right now I just need to sleep, and I felt great.
Yes.
That's all.
I love that. Gracie had something to add?
Yeah, I think Gracie.
Yeah, so I really love that everyone is talking about resting more, because I feel like that's another grace or like a gift that we get in this season. And so what I've noticed for me with my morning routine, like I usually wake up at 5. I haven't been waking up till like 7:30. Again, don't feel guilty about it. And then like from there, I kind of like fall into my morning routine, which is like reading, praying. I drink water and vitamins and eat breakfast. So it's cool because it's just, I feel like it's similar but different, because it's like including this rest. And I love that that's kind of this similar theme for all of us, because I feel like that is such a gift and something that all of us need that we don't give ourselves. And so I just love, that's my morning routine, but I just love how that's kind of like a similar theme for everyone. And I'm hoping that we can press in to like faith over fear, to not have anxiety, so that doesn't get stolen in this season. Because I feel like being rested, like you feel so good. Like I feel so great today. You know, so just anyone who's watching this, I want to encourage you guys, like, rest. We get to rest in this season. Yeah.
Absolutely. And there's that level. I think all this year we've talked about, I say all this year, it's only March. But we've talked about the difference between busy and productive. Like we have been so focused on being busy and looking like we're doing all of these things that now it's okay, what is productive? And we like to think that sleep isn't productive, but it absolutely is. It is one of the most productive things that we can do, to be totally well rested, even though, you know, maybe our day is sitting at home. Maybe it's trying a new recipe. Maybe it's figuring out how to work out with water jugs. Like that is okay. That is what's going on. So I want to open it up to opportunity that's happening right now. What opportunities do you ladies see for not only us, but also for our clients that may be listening to this replay, or something that they're missing because they're stepping back into that fear and anxiety? I'll just open the floor.
So with powerlifting, I feel like it was very like do barbell squats, bench, deadlift, do everything to optimize that. And with my clients too, they have very specific weight-oriented goals to hit in the gym. But now that we're forced to be at home, it's like, okay, like now we can explore other options, whether it's working on work capacity. And in the long run, that'll benefit you, because when we do go back to the gym, then you can do so much more and become a better overall athlete from that. Or like handstands, I started doing overhead press like 2 or 3 years ago because I wanted to work on my handstand. But then I've just gotten away from that because I was like, oh, I need to like save my wrist and all that for bench pressing. But now I can't bench press, so I might be able to do a handstand after quarantine.
Yes.
So there are other facets and areas of fitness and health that you can hyper focus on right now that'll benefit you in the long term.
And handstands, but also stretching.
Yeah.
Yes, stretching takes zero equipment.
And if you're watching a lot of Netflix now, like you could just squeeze in a few stretches while you're watching your shows. No guilt.
Yeah. And let's hop to Grace. She mentioned the Netflix watch parties.
Yeah. So last night, I have a group of friends, and we kind of like are creating like a support group. So kind of like you were saying with your family, like if one of us goes to the grocery store, but we're also trying to like socialize through. So last night, did the Netflix party. We're talking about having like a dinner party so through Zoom. So yeah, with the Netflix party, you just like get a little Chrome invite and then like send it out to everyone, and it has like a chat box on the side, so you guys are talking while you're like watching the movie, even though you're like not together. So it's pretty cool. So I think that's a really awesome opportunity. I love what Vivyen said about hyper focusing on other things right now to help you overall, because again, when we're able to kind of let certain areas of our bodies rest because we're focusing so much on training those, it gives us like this cool advantage when we come back to it. And I just feel like in life, even outside of the gym, there's just so many opportunities for like books, because we don't have time to read, right? So like I've already gotten to read a couple books, which I have been wanting to read. Like I was mentioning before, like playing guitar more for me, like spending time, more intentional time with my parents, which has been like such a blessing, especially because my mom has had health issues. My dad, like that's been such a gift. Like there's so many opportunities that I think that we can step into when we decide that we decide it's an opportunity. And I think that believing that like there is good and believing that we have the opportunity, I think allows us to step into it. Because I notice when I start to get like fear and anxiety about like what I don't have versus seeing what I do have, and like so I feel like being grateful for what I have allows for me to like step into that place. So yeah, that's my advice is to just kind of look for the opportunities and the gifts that you have in this season, and to not focus, like keep your mind from focusing on the like, oh man, like I can't do weightlifting in the gym right now and I'm not going to be like, don't let yourself get on that train. Think like, oh wow, I have opportunity to like be intentional with friends. I have opportunity to learn this instrument. I have opportunity to read, and like get yourself focused in the positive space. And that's going to allow for you to enjoy this time.
Yes. And I want to add to that yes, find the opportunity, but there is a lot happening right now that is affecting us in an emotional way. And there is a power in letting yourself feel it. So this week there has been a lot of events canceled, a lot of events postponed. And if we wall ourselves up and we decide to not think about it, not feel it, not pay any attention to it, it will build up. So that's something that I do want to implore. Whatever is the way that you feel it, if it is sadness, if it is anger, let yourself feel it so that you can pass that season and pass that reaction so that you can move on to those opportunities and give them the full value of your attention. Yeah. Does anyone want to add anything else?
I was going to add some things. So I was actually going back to the morning routine thing because we kind of moved on from it before I could.
No problem. Go back.
So while I was TDY, I'm a very huge advocate for the Passion Planner, if anyone has ever heard of it. If not, then go check them out on Instagram or something. I'm not being paid to say that, by the way. I just really love your product. But so I bought the Passion Planner daily. I have the weekly, but the daily focuses like you get 2 pages for one day kind of thing. So when I first filled this out, I defined what my morning routine is going to be, and it's gone totally out the window since then. So my morning routine has mostly just consisted of like doing the 3 things that I'm grateful for, 3 things that I might want to accomplish that day, and who knows if I'm actually going to. And then honestly, like, yeah, it just kind of turns into like what I feel like mentally I can like handle, I guess, that day. I've been doing a lot of work on my business, so that's pretty nice. And like a lot of journaling. And so my morning routine has just kind of been flexing based off of like the day. My husband right now is on night week. He's a pilot in the military, and so they need to fly at night sometimes. So he's been on night week, and night week just messes us up totally. Like I usually wake up at 6 a.m. I've actually been sleeping in, and it's nice. So yeah, anyone who's listening, don't feel bad about sleeping in. Like I usually wake up at 6 a.m. and today I think we slept in until 10. So I've been definitely catching up on the sleep that I like lost during my TDY and my travels back home and things like that. And it's been like glorious. Like I feel great. And sleep is really important for mental health too. Mm-hmm. And then as far as like opportunities for my clients, all of my clients already work out from home, or for the most part they do. And then one of my one-on-one clients used to work out in the gym, but then she like approached me a couple weeks ago. Was like, hey, like, I don't feel comfortable working out in the gym. I'm like, no worries, I got you. Like, we'll redo it and make it into an at-home workout. And she's also working out with like water jugs and stuff. Like we're getting really creative here. Mm-hmm. But then with my Healthy Mind, Healthy Body program, it's already at-home workouts. So I'm like, guys, we've been prepping for this. No, I'm kidding. But as far as like anybody in that program, they've been doing really good with their workouts, but a lot of like, there's another like nutrition and mindset aspect. And so like, I would really love, like, this is a great opportunity for them to focus especially on the mindset aspect. And like, I work on things like, daily gratitude and goal setting and, a bunch of other stuff with my clients in that program. And this is like the perfect opportunity to really take like what they've learned, and really like anybody else who's watching, this is a great opportunity to take like what you've learned about mindset and, practicing that gratitude and stuff, and really putting it like into your daily practice here. Because if we're not focusing on the things that we get to do, like if we're more like, oh my gosh, like I can't do this, well, that's just going to kind of set the tone for it. And so if we focus more on like, I get to stay home and spend more time with my kids, or spend more time with my spouse, or read a book I've always wanted to read, like that just kind of, that'll change your outlook on this whole process. So I think that was everything I wanted to say.
Absolutely. And I love all of that with the portion that we don't know. A lot of it's unknown, that all we know is today. And that's where our focus can be. I love that. So we've got 9 minutes left, that I want to give each of us a chance to say what's going on in their business or in their life that they want to make sure that you guys are aware of, those of you watching the replay are aware of, and how to go find their love. They're all sharing love out in the interspace, and I want them to share that love here. So let's start. Vivyen, share your love. Where can people follow you?
So I'm on Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook. Instagram and YouTube is Vivyen Vu, my name. And then Facebook is Vivifit, Vivifit. And I just hope that we can all just uplift each other, because it is an interesting time, but you're not alone.
Yeah.
And so
do you have any specials with your programs or anything crisis aversion specials going on?
We're shifting over to home workouts so that the fact that your gym closed isn't a concern. And this is kind of an opportune moment to reverse diet, because I know a lot of people are concerned about maybe if they're going to gain weight. But now that you're just at home, this is a great time to put in that time towards your reverse diet, so that later on, when you do want to diet, you'll be out in the world by the time that happens. And people miss your reversing phase.
Yes. Awesome. Thank you so much. Shing, share your love with us.
So my Instagram my Instagram is Summer Yang with 2 I, SUMMER, Summer Yang, YIING. And Facebook, same thing. It's just Summer Yang Fitness. So right now, I host meetup group in New York City, but right now we can't meet each other. So weekly I have been teaching virtual mat Pilates class every Wednesday. So that's what's going on right now. And it's super good, supportive group. So a lot of people that stay home, they work out alone, they feel lonely. So I just create this community to support each other. So it's every Wednesday, no equipment, just so focus on your body weight and building up a strong core. And what I want to add this is, like, I know a lot of small business, it's struggling right now, especially a lot of my friends are closing down. What I want to give love, I try to, if I'm capable, I try to order like takeouts from my friends, like small businesses, and buy like gift cards. So to support small business right now. And I'm trying to support a lot of online fitness people that have been teaching a lot of times, but they can't teach now at a gym. They host live class. I just make like a small donation to them to support them, because I think we should help each other by giving love, not like trying to take opportunity to just, I'm not going to go unless it's free, but like, even though it's free, I feel that like, I want to show some support to them, just show some appreciation that, a lot of fitness instructors out there, they host classes for you. Just show some love, because they're struggling right now. They need to pay their bills too. So because I'm capable to help them, and if you're capable, just show some appreciation. That's what I want to add.
Love that. Yes. Grace, share.
Hi. Okay. So on Instagram, my Instagram is Grace_Esther_. And then on Facebook, my page is Encourage and Empower. And yeah, so my program is the Food, Fitness, and Rhythm Academy. And I've been shifting my clients to at-home workouts. But I'm really excited for other people that are like jumping in the midst of all of this. I'm also going to be starting, I have a few kind of just like educational like worksheets and things that I'm working on, just like for giving away as freebies in this time, because I feel like this is a perfect opportunity to like learn about food and fitness. And so those are going to be coming out in the next couple of weeks. And then I am actually going to be launching my podcast during this time too, which it's all about, it's all about overcoming and yours truly, Kacee, is going to be the first episode. So be looking for that. I'm super excited because I feel like this is a time, like Vivyen was saying and Shing is saying, like, to support each other. And that podcast, I guess it's sort of fitness related, but it's going to be stories of overcoming. So I'm really excited to just encourage people, like, that you can do hard things and you can overcome too. So hope to see you virtually.
And we'll all be sharing that link when Grace's podcast does launch and sharing that love, because overcoming is such an important topic right now in looking through the adversity and pushing through it, because the only way we have through this is to go through it. So yes, thank you, Grace. Kayla, share your love.
All right. I'm so stoked for Grace's podcast. Like, I love podcasting. It's so much fun. Anyways, so I'm over on Instagram mainly. It's at the.fit.writer. And I do have a Facebook group. It's called the Fit Writer Insiders, and you're more than welcome to join it. I polled my group members yesterday and was like, what do you guys want to see more of? And to my surprise, the answer was more funny and positive things. So I've been sharing a lot of really funny things on there that aren't even like mine. It's just things that I find on social media that I think are funny. So yeah, we've been doing a lot of that. My program is Healthy Mind, Healthy Body, which, as I've already mentioned, like, there's already at-home workouts in there. It's 12 weeks worth of at-home workouts I have it set up to use like a dumbbell or dumbbells and kettlebell. But I mean, we can always flex if needed. That's what I'm here for. And then it also focuses on nutrition and mindset on top of that. And then I have some freebies. I have 4 free workouts right now from that program that's available for people. And like, a lot of people have been kind of like, biting off on that, because I know a lot of people really want those at-home workouts. And then I'm currently about to finish up another set of at-home body weight only workouts for people to do, and that'll be going live in my Facebook group first before I like put it on my Instagram account. So yeah, I'm just here to, I guess, serve my community and like also my fellow lady coaches, because we all need someone to lean on, kind of thing, even while we're supporting our own individual communities. And I'm just, the only way through it is literally through it. So
Yep.
That's what I'm here for.
Yes, and all of these lovely ladies, their links and all of their specials and things that are going on in their business and their life will be available in the description of this video. So check out each lady and what they got going on. Thank you so much for being a part of the first Coffee and Conversation panel. We had a little bit of an internet glitch, but we move on through it. Thank you, ladies, so much for being a part of this.
Thanks, Kacee.
Thank you
for having us.